Denver Arts Week is to really shine a spotlight on the arts and culture community that's so vibrant here in Denver. Art provides people an outlet to showcase their identity and their culture.
We dance with our souls.
It's the ability to bring out my ideas out of my head and putting them in the wall. It's a great way for me to express my culture.
You can just tell a story without saying any words.
You know, when you dance with somebody, it's how you breathe together. That's what makes the real connection.
Film's important because it's an accessible way of sharing different perspectives.
Art is critical to any great city like Denver.
Welcome to a CBS Colorado special presentation, Denver Arts Week 2022.
Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Griego at the iconic Denver Art Museum as we celebrate Denver Arts Week. Come along with us as we highlight the amazing musicians, dancers, artists, and special happenings going on all across the Mile High City. We start with a beautiful interpretive dance performed by a husband and wife team from the Colorado Ballet, a dance with a unique message.
It's about a couple connecting, disconnecting, and trying to make the effort to reconnect.
That's what's so beautiful about contemporary artwork and contemporary ballet is that it means something different to everyone.
I think something awakens in me. There's some kind of like fire that just like happens. I feel like dancing, I feel creative, I feel inspired, and this is how we met as well at the Colorado Ballet. Every time that we danced together, there was a special fire that happened. There was a real connection that we get to feel, and I think that's why we're still very happy to be together, because we get to live our passion daily.
It's really nice to have someone that shares the same passion.
You know, when you dance with somebody, it's how you breathe together. That's what makes the real connection. And being able to like feel somebody's movement and really being there to accommodate your partner, to make her feel the best possible way, is what is quite exhilarating when you get to perform and you get to like put her on her leg perfectly, lift her in a way that feels effortless, is quite exhilarating.
It's a connection without words too.
Yeah.
There's just something so much more intimate about seeing live art. Well, it's our duty, I feel like, as ballet dancers and as artists to bring this art form to the Denver community.
Coming to a ballet will lift you out of everyday life. And that to me is so special.
The artistry of dance at its finest. Such a good job, Sarah and Kevin. And the 45th Annual Denver Film Festival is happening during Denver Arts Week. CEO Kevin Smith tells us more about this international event.
The mission of Denver Film is to bring transformative experiences to the Denver communities through the power of diverse storytelling. Something that's really important to us is, building community, keeping it local here, and really focusing on, providing those opportunities for people not only to see the films, but have the engagement around the films as well. The Denver Film Festival is one of the largest regional film festivals in the country. This year in particular, we have over 230 films. We're bringing films from almost 60 countries from across the world. And we're in venues across the city, and it's just really one of the most spectacular, I think, communal experiences that Denver has to offer. And so we're bringing filmmakers in from all over the world as a part of the festival, and so you never know who you're talking to, which I think is so exciting, whether it's the filmmaker, the director, talent of the film, but they are actually around the festival, throughout the festival, and meeting people the entire time. So it's just really an amazing experience, I think, for the attendees to not only see the film, but get to have all those different engagement opportunities as well. I think film's important because it's an accessible way of storytelling and sharing different perspectives. And I think whether you're utilizing film as a way for escapism or adventure, or being able to learn about something that you really didn't have any understanding of before. It's just a really great entry point, I think, for a lot of people. And this year, really feeling like we have an opportunity to honor all 45 years of the Denver Film Festival history, being back in person, back in theater, I think is really special.
To find out more about this year's Denver Film Festival, visit denverartsweek.com. Coming up, meet an artist who went from making graffiti art to creating incredible works over 80 feet high. And
Coming up, we're El Sistema, Colorado, and I'm going to tell you why music is so important to kids like me.
Art means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Art brings people together. Art provides people an outlet to showcase their identity and their culture.
welcome back. We are inside the newly renovated Martin Building at the Colorful Indigenous Arts Collection of North America. Now let's meet Beamer Torres, an artist inspired by his indigenous past who just completed a spectacular work of art in the Rhino neighborhood.
What I love about painting murals is the ability to bring out my ideas out of my head and putting them in the wall and see them realized. When I started was when I was 15. I actually did graffiti in the streets. It definitely led me to a life of trouble. Sometimes you got to be in the trenches to realize it, to evolve out of it. Especially coming from a low-income family, you don't see a lot of opportunities, so you gotta make that opportunity. And eventually, I just started approaching businesses with the design and asking permission. Hey, can I paint this? It's a good way for me to express my culture, especially coming from a Mexican background. So for me to be creating stuff like this is just what comes natural. The murals on the silos is called mitotli. It translates to a dance between the old and the new. In the image on the left, you see a black and white image of a pre-Hispanic figure, and then it moves into the mestizo image, which is the full color. So this is kind of like just expressing the beauty behind the chaos that happened in the 1500s. That is my biggest project. It stands at 85 foot tall, around 60 feet wide. It took 450 cans of paint. It was done in approximately 250 hours. There's a saying in Spanish that goes, echando a perder se aprende, which means by messing up is how you learn. So there was a lot of messing up. You just learn, you just live and learn. So that's a huge takeaway. By messing up in some of those opportunities, I was able to learn from them. When I'm completed with the mural, is the best feeling. It's always the best part of it. People think it's the middle, but it's always the ending, because that's when I can step back, take it all in, and see the accomplishment.
And how is music helping kids in our community be more confident? We find out at El Sistema, Colorado.
El Sistema, Colorado is just connecting the community to its students who have barriers coming to music, and that's usually our underserved population.
I think El Sistema is giving kids a place to be and to, most importantly, belong.
1, ready, go.
And a way to relate with their community in a positive way, rather than trying to find their voice and trying to find their space in a negative or violent way.
Well, I was always a really shy kid, so my mom put me in the El Sistema program where I could just play an instrument. At first, I just thought, this is a waste of time. But soon, I just started to grow this really intense connection with music and the community.
I think that's the impact, is that they feel this independence, this ownership, this ability to identify in their community as important.
I just love the fact how you can just tell a story without saying any words. And just you could feel the emotion in any little note.
I think it's just incredible to be able to coax out of kids what they have inside of them. We're really pulling out an emotion of a student. We're helping the student name and speak an emotion that maybe they can't put into words quite yet.
There you go.
Sistema Colorado provides a home for them and provides a point of pride where they can be their authentic selves and in a musical way show up.
One more time.
Where I'd be without El Sistema, I'd probably be the most like boring person.
Coming up next.
We are Artistico. Coming up, we will give you a taste of Mexico through dance.
There's a little saint in all of us. See for yourself at Saints, Sinners, Lovers and Fools. 300 years of Flemish masterworks. On view for the first time in the US and only at the Denver Art Museum.
That's the beauty of Denver and the vibrant art scene that we have here is you can visit different neighborhoods and you can see a whole new world of art.
What do you get when you combine a passionate love story with a passion for tradition? You get Artistico Dance Company. Get ready for a vibrant performance we recently captured in the Santa Fe Arts District.
The mission of Artistico is to uplift and educate through dance and artistry about the Latino culture. So what we did is I said, I want to bring the Palace of Fine Arts to Denver. I want to bring what we danced when we were in Mexico City to Denver at that level. The dance is La Negra. It's one of the most iconic dances in Mexico, and it's from the region and state of Jalisco.
Cuando bailo, bueno, creo que nuestras danzas mexicanas no se identifican como mexicanos, entonces es una doble emoción como bailarín en la danza. Pero la danza mexicana es identidad, ¿no? Bailar quién soy, de dónde vengo, contar mi historia y la historia de mi comunidad. Entonces es doble emoción, doble explosión.
We need to provide art for our next generation.
Llegó para quedarse porque no es para nosotros, es para la comunidad. Se está haciendo para que esto se pueda mantener muchísimos años, porque sí es necesario que nuestras nuevas generaciones se mantengan conectadas con su cultura a través de la danza folclórica mexicana.
At this point, I need to use my identity and who I am to give voice to the community.
Yo le quiero agradecer a cada una de las personas que han hecho posible este objetivo, que es enaltecer, fortalecer nuestra cultura, pero sobre todo unir a nuestra comunidad.
Just know that that's what Artistico is. You know, it's a safe place for everybody, and with your support, that's how we can fulfill our mission.
Thank you, Artistico, for celebrating with us. Right now, we are in the rare exhibition, Saints, Sinners, Lovers, and Fools in the Hamilton Building. Don't miss this opportunity to see it on view for the first time in the U.S. and only here at the Denver Art Museum. We'd like to thank them for having us here today, and a special thanks to our partners at Visit Denver. So let's celebrate Denver Arts Week. There are tons of events and special discounts to be had. Get out and discover something new. For more information on what's happening in our creative neighborhoods, visit denverartsweek.com. Thanks for joining us.